Nestled in the hills of Virginia, where touching the Hokie Stone means remembering the legends who formed the foundation of a power. Names like Vic and Beamer and a lunch pail mentality that applies to the Virginia Tech Hokies. This one, a matchup between two teams from Virginia where bragging rights in the Commonwealth are at stake. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Liberty Flames, taking on a team from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Flames will kick it off to get us underway. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the offense on first down. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
We're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Looking downfield, it's Drones. Scrambling away. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Picked off.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
He's going for it all. And he's got it inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
The O-line gets an attaboy for that play. How about the time they gave their quarterback? Beautiful pocket. They allowed him to survey the field, find his open guy. This offensive line, they are gelling early.
Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Now on second and goal. He's looking to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on second down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. Fourth and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. Snap in the shotgun. He wants it all. And he intercepts it. Inside the 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Hokies.
Man, the offense rolls the dice. They want 6. They choose not to kick a field goal. They choose to be aggressive. And, man, do they make a big mistake. Throw the football, intercepted. Not only that, he takes it all the way back to the house. What a momentum swing in this football game.
He'll bring it out. It's Gray. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
To the air. It's Salter. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket, and there's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Flames headed quickly to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Blasted as he lets it go. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. The completion well past the sticks. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll run it from the gun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Dropping back, it's Salter. Swings it out to his running back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Got his man on the right. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to keep a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Back to the air one more time. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Flames come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick completion to the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Flames. Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Tootin. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Drones. He's going to throw deep right side. And that pass picked off. Taking it the other way. A tremendous play to make the interception, and then the return takes him close to the 50-yard line.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They're trying to get to it. And the ball is intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Throwing right. He's got an open man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. The Hokies moving quickly to the line. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going to take off. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up, keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Gray. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Liberty takes over and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this.
And he's running in the open. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, it's Salter. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Afterburners coming. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll throw it from the red zone. Lets it fly. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. And the Hokies will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gray. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Looking to pass, it's Salter. They've got the screen set up. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll try to do it himself. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking for space to the left. Gets rid of it. The junior quarterback frustrated with himself after throwing it behind his man.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be...
Going for the big play. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. From the gun, the ground game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss.
He lofts one down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the right. Shakes off the defender. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why
lofts one high and deep. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long, whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages. He just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Looking for a man. It's Salter. He looks that one in nicely. Still running at the 40. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, the inside give. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Now on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's on target and complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. And the Flames are in the hurry-up. Power football with the run. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Salter. Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. A sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. All wideouts, no backs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Can anyone catch it? Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Hokies!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. He'll bring it out. It's Gray. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah,
and a sack all the way back at the 5.
I just love the effort by the defense on this play. We're late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter. Guys are tired. They're not able to get to the QB right away, but they continue pursuing him, and they're able to get to him outside of the pocket. Nice job.
Got him downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
They say pressure bust pipes. This quarterback can attest to that. Goodness gracious. They're getting after him all day. There's a reason they're behind. Pressure the quarterback goes a long way to getting the W.
Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Back to throw. It's Salter. Trying to get to him. can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And back to the air on second down. Gets it out quickly. Powers through the defender.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Trying to find his man on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He wants to throw here on second down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Fires into the end zone. And here's the fifth interception by this quarterback. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Blacksburg, Virginia, home to a team that brings this lunch pail each and every game, the Virginia Tech Hokies. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Hokies will get us underway with the opening kickoff. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Thorne. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Using his legs, it's Hunter. Nice move to keep moving. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. You can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. At the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. It wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, he'll fire. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. First touchdown of the game in Lane Stadium, and take my hand, the Hokies want to go to Never Never Land.
That is perfect. That's the way you start a ball game. Get the crowd rolling at home, especially these fans. Virginia Tech has some of the best fans in the country.
Fair catch called for and made. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Feeling some heat. It's caught downfield. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, that play-action fake, it just froze the defense for a split second. That allowed the tight end time to work his route, get vertical down the field, and pick up a big gainer for the offense.
Looking to go up top on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Grab behind the line. It's Alston. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
He's going to pass. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Man, this defense is dialed, and already forced one interception. Had a chance right there to get another one. Everything this offense does so far, they are reading it, breaking on it, and making some plays.
Back to throw, it's Thorne. Bought a little time, lets it go. Right on target this time. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got the tight end. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. From the gun. They're working that left side. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. They'll give it to the back. And that stiff arm he's got might as well be a sledgehammer. He's got it out to the 16.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Now sliding to his left. He'll pull it down and run. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chain.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. And the Hokies will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He chucks one out to the right. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Man, that one is going to make this quarterback sick to his stomach. That's almost always automatic for him.
Yeah, that's pitch and catch. That's day one. When you go out and watch practice, the ball very rarely hits the ground unless you have a defender because these QBs and wide receivers are so good. But man, just a mishap, a little overthrow.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw it on first down. Starts to scramble to the left. He's going to run it. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. To throw, it's Drones. dances away. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Hokies want to pick up the tempo. Going up top on first down. All kinds of time to survey the field, and he'll let it go to the left. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
This time it's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
He wants to pass it on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Hokies!
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Handoff to the lone back. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. This will likely be the last play of the half. Dropping back, it's Thorne. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. There's a live football. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. Coming out with it, it's Tootin. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys...
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a three-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd noise and your offensive tackles can't hear the snap count, it's not a lot of fun.
The short hands, it's Tootin. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Off the play fake on first down. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
I think because of this offense's inability to run the football, I think play action is going to be a little bit trickier and harder for them to now pull off because this defense is just not expecting run, or they're not afraid of their ability to run the football.
Looking to throw, it's Drones. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
To the air on first down. Getting some heat. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, that's like blowing the layup or the 3-inch putt. Missed the extra point. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. On the ground, it's Hunter. On the move at the 30. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Auburn to the line in a hurry. Trying to run, it's Hunter. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run it on first and goal. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. To the air, it's Thorne. Moving out of the pocket. And to get rid of it quickly. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
He'll bring it out. It's Tootin. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
And such a great job using his feet, being smart. You got the lead in this football game. Don't force the ball down the field. Gets the scramble, gets the 1st down. What a clutch play in the 4th quarter.
Got it in the middle. It's Tootin. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And the Hokies are marching down the field. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Running toward the tape. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
How many ways can I get to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The handoff keeps working on that clock. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
This game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
And they'll try to tack on 2. Looking for a man. It's Drones. They're bringing heat. Looking, trying to escape. Cannot. The sack warrants the 2-point try. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The deficit is large. Hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Catch in the middle, it's Hunter. Running with power. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
And then